everyone, I'm Bon and welcome to my second daily edition. In this daily edition, I'll be explaining what I think these 35 icons are. Alright, starting from left to right. No, right to left on my side. Yeah, it's left to right and going down normally. Alright, so for the first icon, which is like a thought bubble with multiplication, addition, and equation signs in it. I think this represents the practical math in like actuarial science, financial industry, and economics. Next is like a tower of money. So I think this is like representing economic growth. The third icon, which is like a stats bar showing how the market is functioning. I think it is about the stocks that are related to the market. Next is a person holding a flag. So I think these are the political leaders that run the country or have high influencers that are high influencers. Next is a printer printing money, which I think is the government printing more money, causing inflation. Now, there's an icon with a bear standing on to a mountain that's melting. I think that's the effects that human activity has on nature, which like the polar bear and the iceberg thing. Next is like a manager or CEO yelling something. So I think this is like the manager or the like CEO of a company. Next is like a magnifying glass finding statistics of some kind. I think it's probably just like collecting data and analyzing it. Next is like a circle with lots of wires coming out of it. I think this stands for artificial intelligence. Next is like two cherries. So it's not like actually printed really clearly, but I'll just assume that this is cherries. These are cherries. Next is a 3D picture of the currency, US dollars, which I think represents the most universal and the most used currency in the world, which is the US dollar. Now, next to that is like a paper bill with a magnifying glass. I think this is like how like they're researching or estimating the value of that currency. Next to that is like a woman holding like shopping bags like this. So I think these are the consumers that are one of the main parts of the economy. Next is a robotic arm, which I think is how technology has influenced business and corporate finance. And next is like this wallet thingy with like money in it. I think this stands for how much money that individuals have in a time. Next is like a phone with a tag price on it. I think that this represents the price of an item. Now, next to that, there's like a MacBook screen thing. So I think this is like researching and like still collecting data, but reading into detail and like the study is really cool. Alright, next is like the liberty sign, like the equality sign, like the thing that represents equality. Like there are like two weights on here and then it balances out. I think that's like the security system or like the judge, like the court. Next is of like a chart with a triangle. So I think this is some kind of statistic representing growth. Next, it's like this stick thing. So I'm guessing this is a key. So I think this is a key to like buying mortgages, I guess. Next is a hand holding two coins. So I think this is like spending. Next to that is a piggy bank with a large dollar coin inserting into it, and obviously it is about saving. Next is someone holding a check from Mr. Beast after they won a challenge. At least I think what it is. So I think this is like having a paycheck or something. Next to that is like two arrows going into each other. So I think this is global trade. Next is like a house being flooded. This is like natural disasters and stuff. Next is like this bar chart with like money signs and arrows, which I think is like the inflation rate. Next is a light bulb, which represents ideas, obviously. Next is a big fish eating a smaller fish, and the smaller fish is even eating a smaller fish, which I think represents how like competition, bigger companies swallow smaller companies, and those smaller companies swallow micro businesses. Next is like some random miner getting paid minimum wage to mine stones. So I think this is a human extracting resources. Next is like, I think it's like a tons of bricks. I think it represents gold or something. Alright, so I think this is like the price of assets. Next is like a pile of coins, which I think is like a bank because like gold and the money are like stuff in the bank. Next is a addition sign, which I think represents how profits, revenues, and stuff are created. Next is like an emoji with like the money eyes, the dollar ka-ching eyes, like which I think are like the people who are hungry for money. Next is the like book with a hand thingy. So I think this is like the law which all companies have to abide by. And lastly is like a gas bottle with price tag, which I think that means that since Earth's resources are declining, the prices of stuff such as like gasoline or raw material will increase. So that's my very weird explanation of this paper. So hope it was okay and bye.